Have you ever felt that you don't need words to have connections to strangers? That you find yourself in the edge of reality and a dream? That somehow time and space stop existing? That you are in a moment that you've been preparing for in your whole life? People come together to share moments, creating rituals that connect us through common experiences. I'm convinced that modern rituals manifest in immersive environments. And we, artists, designers, builders, architects, developers, build up these environments and enhance their experience. So, how can we create immersive environments with the help of design that allow people to lose themselves and find a deeper connection within, with others, and with the world? This is the foundation of my work in immersive and large-scale productions. Hi everyone, I'm Susan KOSTI, and I'm a media artist, multimedia director, based in Sydney. I create digital artworks, large-scale public art installations. I've been creating stories that explore the relationship between humans, ecology, science, and technology with the help of visual content and medium. I combine light, visuals, music, and language in order to enhance the experience and to shift perspectives in the minds of the audience. I'm feeling very fortunate because I had the opportunity to work with Canvas Dubai, Tokyo Disneyland, United Arab Emirates National Days, Vivid Sydney, Guinness World Record, among others. Today, I will show you two of my projects. And these projects are very different, and I just want to represent, how immersive experiences can be so different. But before I dive in, I would like to tell you how I ended up here, briefly. So, almost like everyone, I started on a different scale, and I just wanted to do projection on everything. And I did it with not so reliable projectors that time, and I was worrying constantly when, the projector is going to stop, or just, project a Windows standby picture, and that was my work. But I still liked it. I still enjoyed it. And here you don't even see the projection. It's so bad. But this was one of my first, I think, audiovisual performance, and I projected my brother maybe here. I recorded videos about my family members, my friends. I just wanted to represent the world around me through projection and share it with people. I also directed music videos and a short film, but I keep coming back to live events. And I projected visuals anywhere I could. I just wanted to cover everything with my artworks. Why? I don't know. It just felt good. And it was definitely felt like a therapy, but cheaper, maybe. Then I went to Bognár University and art and design, and my mentor told me that you are lucky. And I never forget that I was coming back from a festival, and my laptop died during the concert because of the heat. It was so warm there. And I just realized, how much you depend on technology in this industry. But I was in love with it, so I would just keep doing it. And I was like, why am I so lucky? I asked. And he goes, because despite all these ups and downs, you enjoy the era you live in. And then I was invited to Ozora Festival in Hungary, which is one of the largest spiritual gatherings in the world. And I was truly amazed by the architecture, the stage designs, and the whole experience was amazing. And during the opening ceremony, 25,000 people were gathering around the main stage, and they were waiting for a sign, which is eventually when horse riders are coming in and light up the bonfire, and the crowd start to run towards the music stage. And I realized something here about spiritual people, that they can be all about inner peace and finding themselves, but, throwing some bonfire and horse riders and they start to, run like they are running for their life, I just realized that people are behaving differently in groups. They are happier, they are more hyped because of the energies around them and the enhanced environment, the way how the festival is being designed, the lights, the architecture, the sound, gives an enhanced experience to these moments. This realization made me see something profound that we often forget in modern life, which is rituals. Since then, I'm not a spiritual person, just a little bit maybe, because there's a magic in this. And when thousands of people are watching one thing together, at the same time, a sign, an artwork, a singer, it's like an extraordinary physiological event. And I would like to quote one of my favorite professors, Joseph Tillman. This place on the boundary between being and non-being is a vast terrain where you are free like a bullfighter in the arena. Humans are not only rational animals, but also ritualistic beings. And here you can see Yayoi Kusama's work and the traditional lantern ritual in China. I just wanted to share this with you because I was thinking, how do we cope and adapt throughout this crazy technological development that we live through? And I think of rituals as algorithms for the body and mind that transforms our mental and emotional state to otherwise unattainable modes of being. These have a sense of belonging, connection, and this forms the culture and bring meaning to our life. So immersive environment is a specially designed space that allows the audience to enter a different state of mind. This can influence the audience in the same ways as rituals. So when we create design in these immersive environments, we take into consideration these aspects and build up a world around them to enhance their experience. So I was really inspired in Ozora Festival, and the following year I was invited to design a stage to this place. And this is the dome stage, which is a beautiful symmetrical object, architecture, which looked like a turtle for me. Maybe for someone else it looks different. You decide. And it has a 360-degree entrance, so no doors, no walls, no hierarchy. It symbolizes equality. And this is how it looked inside. And for me, when I see this place, I immediately feel like female energies. And I was thinking, how should I represent the female energies in design? So the keywords for me here were female, wood, nature, equality, calmness, organic. And that time, I loved the parametric architecture approach, and I wanted to incorporate it into the design as well. So you can see it's very similar approach to this. So here is my design thinking process when I drew the structure of the stage. On the top, you can see Venus of Willendorf, who has these exaggerated features of the female body, round and full shapes, symbols of fertility and motherhood, Earth, and nature connection, and this figure reflects the Paleolithic society, highlighting the importance of fertility and the female form as a life-giving force. On the bottom, you can see a meditating figure, and this gives like an eternal calm energy. The contours of the meditative posture create this gentle energy for the stage and a harmonious visual rhythm, a narrative of peace and self-awareness. Wow, this sounds really spiritual now, but it was purely really about designing a space which symbolizes equilibrium. So my goal was to create a portal from the shape symbolizing birth. So whenever a performer or a singer or a DJ came out from the shape, I wanted to have a feeling, you know, that it was just born, you know, this moment. So I also added symbols in other parts of the installation. I merged the biomorph, nature-related, and parametric algorithmic processes approach together. So this fusion brings together the organic, fluid aesthetics of nature and computational design. The integration of natural forms and algorithmic structure creates an immersive and engaging experience for the audience. The organic shapes can evoke emotional responses, while the parametric elements helped us to use light sources in a very innovative way. So it was a big exploration for us as well. So we inserted 600 meters of LED stripes in the layers, which we could program with VJ softwares through video content. We combined this with projection mapping and created visual contents. So by bringing these approaches together, we can create immersive environment that not only enhances the performances, but also resonates on a profound emotional level with the audience and physiological level. And we brought this ideology into the workflow as well, and we invited visual artists from all over the world. And I was really, you know, interested. What are they going to create? What kind of visual content will they do for the projection mapping? So it was like a big collaboration with international artists. So the second project I will discuss today is another immersive installation, Course of Light. And it was a recent work for Vivid Sydney, one of the largest light festivals in the world with more than 3 million visitors a year. And this approach is very different from the Ozora project in terms of lighting, visuals, environment, and the audience. So it was a massive volumetric light grid, 30 meters long, 15 meters high, and 8 meters in depth. And we could welcome 50 people at one time. And it was a 3 weeks long festival. And if you can imagine, 3 million people are trying to get in. And it was truly amazing that thousands of people, you know, a night tried to come and see this. So there were like 2 hours waiting for the line. I don't want to show off, sorry, it sounded really like that, but it was so nice to see, you know, that it's very appealing for the audience. And here I was invited to create a concept for how to visualize visitors' response in real time through their voice and with the help of artificial intelligence. And I was also responsible for the visual content for the light grid. So the question we asked from the visitors was, what do you hope for the future? And we basically wanted to immerse themselves in their answers, in their hopes. So I just imagined myself and in the space and try to give, you know, sample answers, very simple answers for this question. And then my idea was to create 9 categories based on these answers and 1 uncategorized. So I created a visual concept for these categories, also more interpretations for each category. And AI decided which answer fitted into each category. So we had a super low resolution because the light bulbs represented the pixels. And it was 50 pixels on the X, 26 on the Y, and 16 on the Z-axis. So I had to bring back my old memories, you know, when I was doing visuals in clubs and just use like very primitive shapes, and it was really something like that. But this was different a little bit because this was a volumetric three-dimensional space, and because hundreds of thousands of people were watching this installation from hundreds of points of view, outside, inside. And we also added color into the concept, which reflected the emotions. So the way how somebody says the answer, you know, we detected this and we tried to translate it with colors. So here is one example for happiness. And I chose the colors based on researched emotional and psychological effects. So how can you represent an answer in this environment and immerse the visitors in this space? I was thinking about speed, dynamics, shapes, and colors. So we set up 4 main points of view in the lighting control software, and we were checking these views while we were creating the contents. Because if the shape doesn't make any sense, the dynamics and the fragment will do. And in addition, the colors will also add to the experience. And in my opinion, sometimes, you know, colors, emotions are more effective, you know, in these environments. So it has a bigger impact on people. So when you step inside the installation, you are not just looking at a flat, two-dimensional surface, but you are entering a fully immersive, three-dimensional environment. And you are immersed in a living environment that changes as you look in 360 degrees. I guess this is the purpose of an immersive environment, yes? Right? I often wonder, actually, and I think who are here, I don't know about you guys, but I think almost everyone tried to imagine in their lifetime how does the fourth dimension look or, you know, feel. And I often wonder how it, you know, looks and feels. So I think, I believe this installation offers a similar experience, similarly to other immersive installations. So when you are inside, no matter where you look, you will see your answer in 360 degrees. And I think time is, as you know, we know, fourth dimension is time. So maybe we can think about this in long term. How can we, you know, interpret fourth dimension? And I would like to show you the final result. And I also wanted to share in the end of the presentation this work because this started my real journey in the design world. So everything I just showed you now doesn't exist in physical form anymore. What I created in the last 14 years doesn't exist anymore in physical form. But I work for the moment, for the memories, and in the minds of those who were once present. The creation of immersive experience is not just about entertainment. It's about fulfilling a fundamental human need for connection and community. And as artists, we build up these environments with the help of design, creating modern rituals that bring people together. Thank you.